Hi guys, welcome to Comfort Life channel. It's Irina here and I'm so excited to see you. In this video we are discussing the common skincare mistakes that you could be making. With so many different products on the market promising us great and amazing results, sometimes we are still in the process of finding the perfect combo that will make our face look glowing and healthy. And it raises a question that with so many products, sometimes we cannot reach the desired results in our faces, and maybe our skin is not feeling itself, it's acting dry, extra dry, or we have some breakouts. We might have the redness all of a sudden. And these could be the signs that you could be making some skincare mistakes and doing more damage than good, and you probably just never even realized it. No matter how expensive the product is and no matter what product is promising us, we need to put some common sense to it, which I will discuss obviously in this video. The number one thing is exfoliating. It kind of works two ways. You either exfoliate too much or you don't exfoliate at all. Well, it entirely depends on your skin type. For example, obviously oily skin will need more frequent exfoliation rather than sensitive and dry skin types. This is the number one mistake. Exfoliating too much might cause peeling, dryness, and broken capillaries. We don't want that. Mainly it happens because skin is stripped off of its natural oils and it becomes unbalanced, and then it starts to overproduce the oil. Hello, pimples, breakouts, whiteheads, and just as a result it will cause the stubborn clogged pores, and you would never really think that you have it because you exfoliate, because exfoliating promises us and tells us that you will get rid of the clogged pores. So if you don't want any breakouts, any blackheads, and clogged pores on your skin, you need to exfoliate wisely. Another mistake with over-exfoliating is that you have too many exfoliating products. You might have exfoliating cleanser, you might use gommage, and then you also frequently use exfoliating masks or some peelings, and you're actually doing it too much. Your skin needs an exfoliating product, preferably just one. Normally the cleansers are very mild, I would say, but instead of going for anything harsh like the scrubs, I'm thinking gommage or exfoliating mask would be a perfect solution, and most of them are really suitable for even sensitive skin. In the contrary, if you're not exfoliating, it can also cause the clogged pores. So skincare might be tricky, right? But already for a different reason here, because the accumulation of that dead skin cells, and that will cause the oils not to be excreted out of the skin properly. That will cause also a blackhead, and your texture of the skin will be different. It will be kind of dull and rough. Obviously that healthy glow will be missing. So just to sum it all up, if you have sensitive and dry normal skin, you could exfoliate once a week, maybe dry sensitive even once every 10 days. If you have combined oily skin, you could easily exfoliate once or twice a week, depending on the condition exactly and the way your skin feels right now. For example, I could exfoliate more in summer months rather than during the winter time. Now, number two is something we're all guilty of, is when we're picking and popping the pimples. Sometimes we do too early, sometimes we do it when we can't do properly, and every single time we are at risk of actually moving the bacteria deeper into the skin, developing the scar and broken capillaries again. We don't want it infected. I think if you are the one guilty of this thing and you do it frequently, you might have noticed that sometimes you, say you pick a pimple, and the next morning you wake up and you see again the same pimple, but it kind of looks worse. It means that you didn't do a proper job. Now, if there is, say, a pimple and it must be popped, and it must be popped, it's ready, it's ready, you have to do it either after the shower or after the steaming bath, because this way your sebum in the skin and the surface on the skin, they are softened. And I recommend to never do it with your bare hands. We have nails which might really dive into your skin, causing damage. You can just get a tissue or a couple of cotton swabs and putting them in, cover your fingers with a tissue or a cotton swab, and then you do the job, right? So, but every time you can wait, just wait, it's a lot better. Now, the thing number 3 is the tan. Well, I know that pretty much I think nowadays everybody understands that tanning is not very healthy, especially for your face. And if your skin, plain and simple, a tan damages your skin. I know how glowing and healthy your skin looks just after a little bit of tan, right? But first of all, it's just temporary. After just a few days, it will go back to that normal. And when your skin produces this melanin, right, it's something that gives you color actually, it is your body's defense mechanism to shield against those UV damage. And if it's a defense mechanism, it can be very good. Now, pigmentation is one of the biggest concerns, I think, and with age, the problems would just keep getting worse. Now, for certain skin types, I'm going further to my next mistake number 4 is that we're not using SPF enough. Sometimes we think that winter months don't really require an SPF because it's kind of cold and gloomy, the sun isn't shining brightly, but that's a common mistake. It's very important to find the correct product. Mostly it is harder for people with combi and oily skin because just the sunscreen doesn't really sit in their skin well enough. But luckily there are a lot of products that either have already facial moisturizers with the SPF in it, or you could use them in the form of the powder, which is very light. It is not. It really feels comfortable on the oily and combi skins. Well, at least something with SPF 20 for winter months, people with darker skins is ideal. It is very important to never forget to use SPF. Very important after you use vitamin A retinol products, after you treat an acne with salicylic acid, and again with vitamin A, because your skin is extra sensitive during these times. Now, the mistake number 5 is the products that we're not cleaning enough. I will have a video coming right after this one where I will thoroughly explain what is the best way to clean your skincare products and how often. But just here I will say that sometimes we don't really pay enough attention to the brushes that we use. We just apply, we use it every morning, and we're very busy. Evening time is not for washing brushes. You might agree with me. But we need to make sure that we wash all the tools, say beauty blender sponges, any other sponges, and the brushes at least once a week. Even though, say, I don't really apply makeup very often, here I have makeup making this video, but normally I just don't. But even though, I wouldn't let the brush sit there for more than a week. So the same goes with when you're not washing off your makeup before going to bed. I shouldn't say enough that all that dirt, bacteria, this environmental pollution that's sitting on your face after the day, it must go pretty much right after you enter the house, preferably. And I understand you might be very tired or accidentally just fallen asleep, but it is that extra push that will keep your face looking healthier, and it will be protected from the premature aging if you do just this one simple step. It is also important not only that you're wearing makeup, sometimes you don't, but still during the day, all these products you've been wearing, moisturizers, all the oil on your face, again the environmental pollution, it's there, and you need to wash your face. The next tip, I believe it's number 6. It's the one that we don't really think about very often. So it is ideal for people who are suffering from acne or clogged pores to find the cleanser. The cleanser is tricky sometimes for people with oily and acne-prone skin and combi skin, because we have that idea in mind that our skin is oily and we need to at all, whatever to use whatever will help us to limit that oil production, right? So all of our cleansers sometimes mostly are very harsh, and that is actually a common mistake. For example, if you're using any medicated product to wash your faces, this is a cleanser, you never ever use it twice a day. That's pretty much the amount of times we wash our face, right? So I would recommend using that either in the evening before you go to sleep, or in the morning use a different type of cleanser. So here the way it goes. So when you have sensitive dry skin, you use obviously the cleanser that is suitable only for sensitive types of skin. It could be creamy consistency in the form of the cream, very gentle something. You could use it twice a day. If you have normal and combination skin, normal skin could be different. You still might have acne. So obviously here, the first cleanser you will be using will be the stronger one. Something that would help to normalize your skin, balance your skin. Thankfully, there are a lot of companies who make cleansers for specifically for normal and combination skin and oily skin. So this way it's easier for you to kind of navigate amidst all this kind of products. So one cleanser is harsh, the other one will be mild. So say I have combination skin. My first cleanser will be the stronger, so to say, one, but my second one will be the cleanser I could use either for all skin types or for normal skin or even for dry skin. This way I keep my skin balanced because I use the balancing cleanser and I use the one that's protecting my skin from stripping too much oil off of it. This is very important. I would also say another mistake is that we use too many products at once. So to begin with, sometimes we want to change the skincare routine. We buy, for example, 3 new products. We should never start using all 3 at once because it will be impossible for us to identify which one is working, which one is not, or maybe we have some irritation, inflammation. We don't know which one it was. So it's also very wise to start with one and use it for a week, 10 days, and then introduce the second one. Wait again, and then the third one. So only this way you will be able to see what actually works and what doesn't. Same thing goes, for example, you buy a serum, and sometimes it is specifically said that you should use a serum for 30 days or for 2 months. The reason for it is that the cellular turnover, as the manufacturer, right, wants it to be, is that you need exactly 45 days to see the results when this is the cycle that needs to go. Sometimes we buy something and after a couple of weeks we think it doesn't work because we didn't wait enough. So this is it. As far as too many products, I think less is more, and it is especially important for people with sensitive skin. I think that would be number 9 right now, is when we're using expired products. Sometimes we buy something, especially if you have a lot of products, like if you are really the person who is into skincare products and makeup products as well. Each one of them has an expiration date. The products with more natural ingredients would have shorter expiration date, from 4 to 6 months. The others would have the shelf life of 12 months, and you always need to know when this 12 months actually ends. It's very important because you do not want to use the product that has been expired. Well, it is not supposed to really bring havoc on your skin, but the most important thing is that it is not going to be very much effective anymore. Now, the last mistake, also, it's really not the least, is that you're using the wrong products for your skin type. Every time you need to figure out what your skin type is, it is number 1. And second thing you need to figure out is that what your skin needs exactly at this particular moment. I've been mentioning it so many times in my videos that my skin has different needs during summertime, during wintertime, during the ovulation phase. It has different needs. It looks different, and I need to use pretty much even different products for it. It is important to understand that, because for a long time I've been thinking my skin was oily. Well, in fact, my skin is combi and it is also sensitive, which has given me a great relief, because I could have realized what was that dermatitis from too many stripping harsh products I have been using. So identify your skin type and identify your skin needs, and try to reevaluate what your products are at the moment and whether your skin needs them or not. Another thing is I also give this tip a lot. Sometimes when we, for example, our skin is feeling good, but sometimes we have some couple of breakouts during our period, for example, and for instance, and here you might thinking you need to use salicylic acid or something drying, something that will help you to resolve the issue, but the rest of your face is sensitive, or it's dry, or it's winter time. There is no need to apply these products on the entire face. You can even get a cotton swab and just put it directly on the places, hold for a minute or two. I think 2 is too much, for a minute or so. That's it. So you've treated the area that needs it, but you avoided the rest of your face that would definitely suffer from the product. So everything with logic, common sense, and again, reevaluation, paying close attention to your skin will give you wonderful results. If you have any questions, please, you're welcome to ask them. If you have any ideas about the videos, maybe some topic I need to dive in a little deeper, I'll be really happy to do so. So guys, wish you all the best with your skincare routine. I wish you great results that you really want to achieve, and just remember that each and every one of you is very beautiful, and you need to always remind that to yourself. All the best, guys, and I'll see you later.